Am I the jerk for reporting a teacher who gave my son detention for checking his glucose monitor during a test? So I have a son that is 13, male with type 1 diabetes. He has a 500 for on file that explicitly allows him to check his CGM glucose monitor and treat lows, highs during instruction and tests, plus carry fast-acting carbs. During a math exam last week, his sensor buzzed. He raised his hand and told his teacher 40's male he needed to check. The teacher said no electronics, period, and told him to wait. My son told me that he felt shaky, glanced at his CGM for the number, and the teacher confiscated the receiver and assigned detention for using a device during testing. The nurse later confirmed he was dropping fast and gave him juice. I emailed the teacher with a copy of the 504, and he replied that rules have to be consistent and that allowing devices looks like cheating. I asked admin to remove the detention and retrain staff on medical accommodations. The assistant principal reversed the detention, but the teacher doubled down in front of the class, saying testing integrity comes first, which humiliated my kid. I filed an incident report with the principal and district compliance because I'm not waiting for the next load to turn into an ambulance ride. A 2-second glance at a CGM does not hand out test answers, but withholding it can hand out a health crisis. I followed the plan, provided documentation, and escalated only after my son was punished for managing a condition the school already agreed to support. Protecting my kid's health beats protecting a blanket rule. Am I the jerk? I set my boss up to get fired after being passed for promotion. I was passed over for a promotion and they hired someone else from outside to supervise me. Instead of being bitter about it, I kept doing my job, but I could see she was struggling with her tasks. Since I'd been there for years, I took on one task, 2, 3 until I was doing my job and hers. That was deliberate on my part, and she called me an angel for being so helpful. I did my due diligence, placing training, all sorts of emails about showing her how to do her job, but she was really comfortable letting me do work for her and never bothered. A year later, and strategically at the beginning of our most important season and the most crucial deadline, I left the job. She couldn't find anybody with the institutional knowledge like I had, kept texting and emailing. That was a lot of fun, and the entire department was scrambling. She got put on a PIP that was pages and pages expressing her incompetence. Then she got fired. I got lots of requests to come back, that they made a mistake. The saying is, you can never go back, and that's true for a job. Never ever go back, even if they reform, and I'd done that in my past, and it never turned out good.
Am I the jerk for snapping at my girlfriend's friend who wanted to take care of her for night? I am 21, male, and my girlfriend is 27. We have been together for 3 years. She says she is a private person and does not want to publicize our relationship much, which I agreed to, but her friends, even the ones who know we are together, hit on her as if she were single, and it seems to me she enjoys the attention. For guy friends, act as if I am invisible. Just last weekend, one of her male friends told her he could take care of her tonight and stay by her side, right in front of me, and Sarah found nothing wrong with it. In fact, she was angry at me for snapping at her friend because, apparently, I was making a huge fuss over her so-called friends, concerned for her, and could not act mature. Even when she was sick, she had a headache and mild fever net, some light illness that required someone to nurse her the entire night in her room. I could have taken care of her just as well. Yet, she acted like I overreacted. I am not sure if I was wrong in refusing her friend's offer to stay one-on-one with her for the whole night, but she definitely believed I was overreacting since I am young. After this incident, I told Sarah that either she acknowledges me properly without any air of ambiguity or I will leave. She told me I was being immature for expecting her to yell about our relationship from the rooftops and said I was breaching her privacy. So am I the jerk?
Would I be the jerk if I aborted my baby without telling my husband? I 29 found out I am pregnant not too long ago. For context, I have other kids. I had them pretty close in age. They are all a year apart. I know pretty irresponsible. When I told my husband 38 that night that I will be getting rid of it than a tubal ligation, he freaked out and said children are a blessing and I won't ruin our family. He refused to get a vasectomy because he says, what if he wants more kids later? He also refuses to let me get rid of it. No, I am not on birth control mainly because of the bad side effects it has on me. And also my husband thinks it isn't good as it alters the things my body should do. I do not want to have the baby mainly because I have had 3 C-sections. One planned and 2 emergency. So I know for a fact I am so don't and this would be the wiser option for me. I had went to book my appointment at the clinic yesterday and the nurse gave me an attitude and asking me questions like, does the father of the baby even know? I told my mom about this and what my plan is and she told me to not turn away from my responsibilities. She made statements like he is the father and has a right to know what he wants to do to his kid. I know she is trying to be morally right, but I know he won't let me do this so I have to hide it. To be honest, I regret telling him that night, and I still don't know why I told him. All our pregnancies I took the test while he waits outside, so it was the same here. I guess I thought he would see my point. I am so drained because I know it is the right thing for me, but when everyone around you makes you feel like you are a terrible person for it. I still have not told my husband. I am scared I am going to regret doing it, but at the same time I am scared I will regret having the baby or risking my life to have it. Would I be the villain if I went behind his back and do it? Update. Would I be the jerk if I aborted my baby without telling my husband? I did speak to my husband, I think a while after making the post, and he was still adamant on the fact that I am wrong. He threatened to leave me and called me a murderer, but I wasn't budging. He told me I am selfish. I heard someone saying I am wrong for not telling him. He does know I am pregnant and want an abortion, so I am not hiding it from him. The only thing I am hiding is when I am getting it done so he doesn't try to stop me because in his words he said, let's see if you get it done. I had someone also say the 4th one wouldn't be a risk since they allow C-sections up to 5 pregnancies, but with my case I had 2 emergency C-sections due to placenta previa, and I even hemorrhaged in my last one. About the birth control, I am not on birth control because I have high blood pressure, and even when I wanted to get the IUD the doctor advised against it. Using rubber is our main prevention, including safe and unsafe days, but sometimes they don't work for us. And the age question. We met when I was 22 and dated not more than a few months after that. Then got married at 23. And to the how did I get pregnant if I knew our prevention is not serious question. I was fully not active for I think a year after he refused to have a vasectomy while still wanting to be sexually active and protected because he hates the feel of condoms. This pregnancy happened just because we went for a drink to talk about this and distress. I still don't know how it happened, but oh well. With all that being said, I will be getting the termination. It's been booked for Monday next week. I don't know on whether I will come update what happens after the termination. I have beautiful babies, and I want to be an alive mother for them. I will consider separation, but that is a big decision, so I will consider it and look into it. And to everyone saying I should terminate, then say, it is a miscarriage, thank you for the idea. I can also leave for a few days, then come tell him I did it. Nervous about the recovery process, I hear the pain is brutal. Keep me in your thoughts and prayers. From bosses getting fired to shocking betrayals, medical struggles, and impossible choices, these stories prove real life is stranger than fiction. Which one shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories every week. All rights belong to the original author. This video is for narration, entertainment purposes only.